Welcome to day 26 of 40 Seconds for 40 Days. I want to share a beautiful letter that's written by Rabbi Yehuda ibn Tabon, who was writing a letter to his son upon his imminent passing. And he explains to his son that he left him an enormous library of books. Now, this rabbi was a man, and this was in the Middle Ages, 1100s, 1200s time, and very uncommon to have an enormous library of books. But he was an individual who was known for his ability that he had a knowledge of many languages, and he translated several works. In particular, the famed work Chovos Halavavos was something that he translated to make it more approachable for a larger Jewish population. It was originally written in Arabic, but he translated it into Hebrew, and so on. And he writes to his son something so amazing, that you should feel blessed that you are receiving this inheritance of books. Many people, of course, in those days certainly didn't have access to so many books. There was no printing press. They were all handwritten. But you are blessed, my son, to receive these books. And here's what he says to him. My son, make your books your friends. Let your bookcases and book chests be your orchards and gardens. Stroll on their grounds. Pluck their roses. Gather their fruits, spices, and myrrh. If your soul becomes weary of one garden, move to another. Then your desire will be refreshed and your soul will be lifted. What he points out over here is something that we don't often appreciate nowadays in our modern world, or at least many of us don't always appreciate, and that is the beauty and the power of books. I often believe and think that if we can all just sit down and read a little bit more of the books, both of the past and even of the present, to educate ourselves further in writings that are not just available in a social media reel or a TikTok video, but something that's actually been written and printed and has been shared with the world in a mass sort of a setting, that is something that can further educate us. We live in a time in which people are, in an unprecedented way, simultaneously not educated, but also feel like their opinions and their ability to express themselves should be shared with the entirety of the world. And you have people who virtually sometimes know nothing, but decide to spew craziness, both on the left and the right and the middle, everywhere and in between. We should all strive to make deeper connections with our books, with literature, because there's so much out there, both Jewish and not Jewish, that could add richness to our lives. And as we strive to form deeper connections with our books and with our libraries, God willing, that will enable us to form deeper connections with our fellow human being, and of course, ultimately, with our Creator, with the Almighty. And God willing, this will further prepare us for the Day of Judgment coming just a few days from now. Wishing everyone a beautiful day.